Last week, it was the hate speech bill. This week, it is the social media bill. More updates coming right up. Welcome to Senate This Week, brought to you by Other Paper Nigeria, where I, Titi Lokwe Fadare, give you updates of the Red Chamber's activities in the past week. The debate that generated and is still generating lots of controversies is the introduction of a bill to make provisions for the protection from internet falsehood and manipulation, popularly tagged the social media bill, successfully scaled second reading. The sponsor of the bill, Senator Sani Musa, in his lead debate, argued that the bill seeks to curb the spread of fake news even as the uproar from individuals and social activists continue.
This bill is not an attempt to stifle free speech or dissenting views. It is rather an opportunity to address a growing threat which, left unchecked, can cause serious damage in our polity and disrupt peaceful coexistence. While the internet has democratized information, the fact remains that it has also been a weapon in the process. That is why governments across the world are trying to mitigate the risks associated with information transmission via internet networks by monitoring abuse, deliberate misconduct. That is the essence of this bill.
I think all of us here must rise to support this bill, to pass it into law, at least to regulate one aspect of our lives that is negative and will have very serious and dangerous consequences on the lives of members of the society. Fake news is dangerous. The spread of falsehood is even more dangerous. Therefore, Mr. President, we must rise to the challenge.
And I'm telling you, if any wrong information is sent out of 100 people, at least 50% will take it to be serious. And because of that, there is need to regulate this and make sure that we punish the offenders. I was reading something last week. Somebody started castigating someone falsely, insulting him. In fact, I was surprised. I was shivering when I saw that, because I don't think that is right. And I think the only way we can do this, in fact, even in Europe now, they are trying to control it, because nobody should use fake news. In the United States, you have seen exactly what has been happening.
I want to commend our brother, distinguished Senator Sani Musa, for his bravery of actually coming to the floor of the Senate to sponsor this bill. As a matter of fact, Mr. President, distinguished colleagues, the issue of fake news in this country, if it is not regulated, if it is not caged, it is a cancer waiting to consume all of us.
Senator Chimaroke Nnamani, on the other hand, strongly opposed the passage of the bill as it conflicts with an existing law, the Cybercrime Act.
I not only oppose this bill, I condemn it in its entirety. This bill is an attempt to surreptitiously introduce censure into our laws. Based on our Constitution, Section 39, that guarantees freedom of information and freedom of speech, there is a Cybercrime Act that deals with this issue. There are also laws in the land that have to deal with false information, libel, slander, and peddling of so-called fake news.
With more support, the bill scaled second reading and has been forwarded to the Committee on Judiciary, expected to revert back to the chamber in 4 weeks. Now, within these 4 weeks, there will be a public hearing on the bill, and trust me to keep you updated on the contributions for or against the bill. On the hate speech bill, the sponsor, Senator Sabi Abdullahi, told journalists that he has been receiving threats since the introduction scaled first reading. It will be recalled that the bill prescribes death by hanging on a person whose hate speech caused death to another. Meanwhile, the North Central seeks establishment of a development commission in the region. This comes few days after the Southeast and Southwest region brought similar bills for it to be passed by the Red Chamber. The North Central bill is sponsored by Senator Sonny Musa, you guessed right, the sponsor of the social media bill. More on bills, the Red Chamber reintroduced the whistleblower and witness protection bills from the 8th Senate, which are now consolidated into one. Both bills were passed in the 8th Senate but not in the Green Chamber. While the whistleblower bill encouraged the disclosure of improper conduct by public officers and bodies, and those who make such disclosures are protected under the law, the witness protection bill protects witnesses who provide vital information, evidence, or render assistance to law enforcement agencies in certain investigations, inquiries, or prosecutions. Moving on, the Senate Committee on Public Accounts disclosed that 26 ministries, departments, and agencies, including agencies fighting corruption, have never submitted their audit accounts since their existence for over 20 years. Top MDAs in this list include the Central Bank of Nigeria, Ministry of Niger Delta Affairs, Niger Delta Development Commission, Nigeria Football Federation, Federal Inland Revenue Service, among others. For full list, check our website. On a final note, the Senate passed the Finance Bill brought alongside the 2020 budget for third reading. Contained in this bill are 7 bills consolidated into one. They are Companies Income Tax Act, Value Added Tax Act, Customs and Excise Tariff Act, Personal Income Tax, Capital Gains Tax Act, Stamp Duties Act, and the Petroleum Profit Tax Act. But what has been a subject of debate is the VAT Act, which increases it from 5% to 7.5%. Now, the chairman of the Senate Committee on Finance, Adiola Olamileko, wants you to know that there are more benefits in the past finance bill than harm. Small companies that generate less than 25 million naira exempted from paying tax, while those who generate 100 million naira and below, that income tax have been reduced to 20%. To know more again, check our website www.otherpaper.ng, and while doing that, do not forget to follow us on all our social media platforms. Signing out, Titi Lokwe Fadare.